My only real criteria for checking out a game, I have strong preferences, is that it looks cool. This game looked cool. Vessels of Decay had a cool style. I wanted to check it out. It is said that in death lies the power of life. Wikipedia citation needed. Who says that? Do we not get any more lines? Oh, the extremely slow animation narrative strategy. Maybe cool. Oh my goodness, go! Valkyries! Angels of Death, the Space Marines! Alright, can we just skip this? It is written by Stephen King or something. Let's just go. Alright, we have a lady. We got some flips. We got some cuts. We have some blasting music. We have a skill tree, literal tree. I'm down for the literal interpretation, tree of life, the actual tree. I'm gonna go death. Oh goodness, and now the controller is conflicting with my mouse, but I can't move the mouse. Alright, you know what, I just turned down the overall volume, and now the music's gone, what do you know? Right bumper attack, awkward. A is dodge, got that left bumper is parry. Also, now it's awkward because the music's gone. I spent so much time trying to turn off the music, the band just picked up and left. Imagine the intense, hyper loud combat music was for this scenario specifically. Hello, okay, okay, I'm poisoned? Just chop you down, please? No? Can I go past you? Alright, well, we're going. It's been the biggest challenge so far. You are unpleasant. I don't like you whatsoever. Oh, Joe, okay. And then we just pick her up and throw her, and then sit on her back, stab her in the chest. Okay, that's kind of fun. I need to... Why is the dodge button... Okay. We just gotta... Dodge. Don't have to parry, just dodge. ABD, always be dodging. It's like every game I've ever played. I'm dead. Alright, after that colorful, fun enemy, we have to fight these, faceless blobs. Ooh. All did. Okay. What? Do I have to? Oh, okay, they fly at you, and then... Okay, alright, they fly at you with very little telegraphing. And then you have like 0.2 seconds to hit the counter button. Gotcha. Alright, not a forgiving game, which is fine. I'm not going to complain that a game's not easy enough. That's silly. Can I get through? These things are dumb. I'm just gonna... I don't like them. Kind of just slowing me down for no reason. It's not much of a challenge just to walk past a poison-spewing plant. Okay. I believe this is like Swedish, Norwegian, Danish, Dutch, Finnish, some sort of Northern European construction. It does remind me a lot of Titan Souls. Anybody remember Titan Souls? That was a great game. I love that game. However, that game had the very... What? You guys have never attacked me before. That game had the very wise idea to only do interesting boss fights. It's one thing about so many games have minions. Since when has fighting minions ever been interesting? I really like boss rush games because it just skips the most important parts, which are the bosses. Minion fights rarely worth like having. They usually just slow you down. I mean, they can, in like a strategy game or tactics game, makes a lot more sense for them just to be part of the challenge. A lot of action games, they're obstacles, but they're obstacles not just to slow you down. Like in a platform, there'll be a lot of enemies, but they're like part of the platforming. They're obstacles that prevent you. Oops, punching the mic. Gesticulating with no face cam on. Very smart. They're just... let's get this guy and grab this out. Taking too much damage. Did I not? I just drug it along. The obstacles to slow down your platforming. So there's part of the levels. But for action games that stop and say you have to fight these enemies to continue. Maybe I'm just too old. Maybe I'm just old and I don't care anymore. Like, I don't... Yeah, unless it's like a straight up power, like Doom-style power fantasy, where it's really satisfying just to kill the scrubs and the bosses are the bonus. Yeah, that's fair enough. But for a lot of games, the bosses are interesting parts, and the minions are just kind of cannon fodder that I think pads out the experience in a bad way. Not unnecessarily criticizing this game for it, although I literally am. I've only played the game for like 30 seconds. Like, I haven't played the game for a few minutes here, so you can't really make that kind of broad sweeping judgment. That could just be that maybe those minions, maybe the combat gets a lot more interesting with fighting minions, or maybe those minions are just part of a tutorial that we get into more interesting combat. So who knows? You can't judge a game based on the first 30 seconds. Not to say you can't judge a game based on a small amount of gameplay. I think some people think you can't really have you need to play like an entire game to have a valid opinion on it. Maybe it's like if it's a short experience and you're trying to do like a full formal review, probably a good idea. But for the most part, if you're just a dude playing a game, you can have an opinion on the game. You can play for 5 minutes, have a valid opinion. You can play 1 or 2 levels and have a valid opinion. You could say the start of the game wasn't good enough for me to keep playing. Like, that alone is a valid opinion. Alright, did you tell me what to do and I just completely skipped it? I hope not. To find something to slide. Looks like that's something to slide. Oh, how do I get that? This right here reminds me of the mall level in Zombies Ate My Neighbors, which is a phenomenal game. Where's the remake of Zombies Ate My Neighbors? Actually, now I think about it, that may already exist. There may be a remaster of Zombies Ate My Neighbors. That might be a real thing. I'll have to look it up. Sashimi, I love good sushi. Can I throw slime? Go away. I can pick you up and throw you? What if I just go past them? Can I just go past them? You know, if I can go past them, I'm a huge fan of just walking by. Yeah, they're not... Okay, so I'm not forced to fight them. In which case, 10 out of 10. Very happy. Ah, it's a platform. Speaking of platforming, here we go. Nice. What's the jump key? Is A the jump? A is the jump. The dodge is the jump. I'm glad I've played video games before. This feels like one of those things that a lesser game would tell you. It'd say, press A to jump. Instead of just letting you figure out that's like dodge is effectively your jump. A lot of games tutorialize too heavily, which is like hard to criticize because tutorialization is such a critical part of... What is this? What am I doing? A? What am I doing to it? Why? What is that? What is happening? Okay. I did something. What did I do? That was a cutscene with nothing happening in it. Where do I push this thing? Down here, presumably? What? I use it to like... Okay, so I must use it to block our guy here. Interesting. Makes a lot of sense. Just kind of like a physics-based answer that I wouldn't have expected. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Push it. Push it. Push it. And now that jams it, correct? Well, I certainly hope so. I can't go back down? This way? Alright. So tutorialization is a very important part of any experience. So games have to have a sufficient tutorial for anybody to pick up the game, figure it out. But also find there's been enough gamers playing... What? Did it fall? I'm just trying to make a comment about tutorialization in games. There's also 2 different attack keys it didn't tell me about. Do I have to go this side? Oh, it's probably 2-sided. That makes sense. Yeah, so... Oh, you guys are so cute. Are we friends? We're not friends. We're not friends. We're not friends. Games have tutorials. It's important for games to have robust tutorials so anyone can pick up the game and play. However, highly robust, lengthy, in-depth tutorials can be frustrating for experienced players, experienced video game players, when a lot of your video game is just like familiar tropes. We don't need to rehash the same tropes that are familiar to me in games. I've played 100 similar games. I don't need everything borrowed from those games re-explained to me. Okay, now that I've finally got that point across after, 30 minutes. Oh, shadow people. Or mannequins, possibly, because this is clearly a mannequin. You kind of look like this. Shadow mannequins. Bro, do I have to... Oh, is it a climb? You gonna climb the wall? Okay, just let go of the wall. Can I go down? Can I please go down? Can you let me down? Can I get down? Can I get off the wall? Hello? Please? No, I'm just stuck on the wall. Can I please? I literally can't get down. I can go up. I can go down to there. Okay. I think I had to stop climbing and press the jump button. Unintuitive. The end of the world cell. I love the world building. survival kits, end of the world. So whatever happened to this world, they knew it was happening. And of course, the shops tried to capitalize on it. Try to get those extra sales in before the world ended, and you won't have anything to do with the money anyway. Some of those enemies seem kind of out of place, I would imagine, because the demo, they're trying to show a variety of enemies. That's weird that door opened twice. Give me the health. Now, if I was making a demo, this might be a puzzle section, I was going to say this is where I would put a boss. Oh, a flying Cyclops man.
And his name is John C.
The animation on this guy is really cool. This is what the animation's what interested me in the game in the first place. Oh, that's in a damage zone there. I'm gonna just slap you a few times. Oh, okay. Oh, I'll get punched in the head. Good to know. This is what I was looking for. Keep the combat tight with some really brilliantly animated bosses. Wait, it could be a troll. I was talking earlier about how it's like a Norwegian, what's the word I'm looking for? Nordic? It's a Nordic mythos. So trolls are in that, so it makes sense for this to be a troll. Or it could be something that I mean, there's a lot more to Nordic mythology than like trolls are a thing. I'm just thinking about trolls because that film on Netflix, which I haven't watched, but it looks a lot like Trollhunter, and Trollhunter is a phenomenal movie. Roll out. Roll out. I took no damage. Right in the middle of that attack, took no damage. Got him. Eject if I got hit there, but alright. Are you dead? Oh, you're about to be. Kind of a lot of health and a lot of animations that prevent me from really getting in there to do much damage. Alright, so it's making this a very tedious boss fight. I do want to say, if you have a boss enemy who has an AoE 360, don't get close to me, you'll be hurt attack, and the player character only has melee attacks, I want to be a bit sparing in your use of that 360 attack, as it just slows down the fight, as you can't get close enough to actually do damage to the boss. Can I hurt you while you're in this stage? That would be really cool. I would love if I can kill you while you're a big ball. That would be awesome. No, I died. Oh, sweet execution animation. QTE. Don't tell me it's another phase. Alright. QTE's quickly overstaying its welcome. Oh. Brutal. Level up. Massive skill tree. Okay, we can actually take a look at this thing. Or are level ups automatic? Wait, unlocked. Bonded by blood. Hold 8 unlock. Use 4 points. We have 2 points. So this is just the trunk of the tree. We can extend our roots, which seems to be maybe like stats. Charge tech. Maybe these are abilities and like passives. That's my impression. Backflip. Whoa, yeah, give me a backflip. Can I backflip to her? Yeah. Yeah, look what I can do now, buddy.
For f***'s sake, she might feel so inadequate.
Yeah, I bet your head hurts. Watch me do all these Oh, I'm out of stamina. Nice background, like the parallax. The perspective on this bridge is kind of wonky, though. You be careful. You're the one that got thrown into the dirt by a giant monster. Why am I careful? Hope we don't need to follow our friend anywhere. Oh, she beat me. Thanks for playing. Monsters. Alright, and that was a quick view at... Crap. Vessels of Decay. Oh, totally remember that. An adventure game that just, it looks cool. It reminded me of Titan Souls. It has that same kind of vibe, I feel. It has this Nordic mythos, which appeals to a lot of people, and it's fine by me. It does have... Whereas Titan Souls is famously a boss rush exclusive game, this does have some minion combat in it, which can be really hit or miss. Usually miss with me. Unless there's like a specific challenge the minions. Like, roguelikes has a lot of minions. That's fine by me, as the attrition of the minions is significant to the overall gameplay arch of you completing the run from start to finish. In a more narrative-driven adventure game, I usually just get kind of bored of fighting the minions. I want to get through the bosses, I want to get through the big narrative beats, and just like get through the game. But Vessels of Decay looks cool, plays fine. Maybe a few hiccups, but it's just the playtest demo, so I could probably clean a lot of that up. If it's interesting to you, check it out. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and goodbye.